Prime Minister Phankham Viphavanh has instructed authorities in charge to continue with the vaccination of target groups and to offer the vaccine to all other citizens so that the target could be reached or even exceeded. The Prime Minister also advised people in all target groups to come forward for vaccination.
ทั่วทั้งโลกพวกเฮาได้ร่วมกันต่อสู้ต้านกับโควิด -19 ด้วยบรรดามาตรการต่างๆอย่างเป็นขบวนที่แข็งแรง
The Premier made the call in a statement issued on Monday, pledging that the government would accelerate the rollout of vaccination to keep COVID-19 in check.
ก็ได้ค้นคว้าและนำใช้ยาวัคซีนเพื่อใช้กันพยาธิดังกล่าว
He also called for stronger actions to ward off the virus amid growing fears of an outbreak after a record number of imported cases were reported in recent days.
จึงเกิดมีกรณีผู้ติดเชื้อพยาธิโควิด -19 ตื่มอีกเพียงแต่ระยะเฉลิมฉลองปีใหม่ลาวได้เพิ่มจาก49คนในระยะก่อนวันที่13เมษายน2021มาเป็น58คนในวันที่18เมษายน2021
The number of known cases increased from 49 on April 13 to 58 on April 18, which the Prime Minister said was a rapid increase compared to the previous rate at which infections were recorded. The most recent cases involved Lao workers who tested positive on their return from Thailand for the Lao New Year holiday from April 14 to 16.
ก็จะหีบห้อนซักวัคซีนให้พลเมืองให้ได้อย่างน้อย 22% ในปี 2021
In his statement, the Premier said the government would accelerate the inoculation of at least 22% of the population by 2021, but more would be better.
ให้สืบต่อสักยาวัคซีนกันพยาธิโควิด -19 โดยเฉพาะแม่นกลุ่มเป้าหมายบุริมสิทธิ์และขยายไปทุกสาขาวิชาชีพ
He called for the continuing vaccination of target groups and for the expansion of the program to include all groups of people. These comprise civil servants, officials, soldiers, police officers, and teachers, as well as employees in shopping malls, hotels, restaurants, and sports facilities, and traders and vendors. The Prime Minister advised people in all target groups to come forward for vaccination. The government encourages the private sector and individuals to participate in the inoculation program.
รัฐบาลจะอำนวยความสะดวกให้ผู้ประกอบการหรือบุคคลก็คือนิติบุคคลมีความประสงค์อยากช่วยประกอบส่วนจัดซื้อยาวัคซีนมาฉีดให้พนักงานของบริษัทตัวเอง
Premier Phankham said the government would assist business operators or individuals who wish to purchase COVID-19 vaccines for their employees or other target groups.
เพื่อจะร่วมกันวางแผน
Indicate your intentions to the Task Force for COVID-19 Prevention. He said, adding that this would be urgently considered so the details of the amount of the intended purchase could be discussed, as well as which vaccine and the target group for vaccination. As of April 12, more than 140,000 people had received their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, while almost 28,000 people have had their second injection, according to the National Task Force for COVID-19 Prevention and Control. The task force said the vaccine were safe with no reports of serious side effects following injections.
ให้สืบต่อเพิ่มทวีการติดตามกวดกาลาดตระเวนเรียบตามชายแดนอย่างเคร่งครัดเพื่อสกัดการเข้าเมืองผิดกฎหมาย
Prime Minister Phankham also ordered more intense action by border patrols to prevent and regulate illegal border crossings in compliance with COVID-19 prevention measures. Local authorities were told to employ strict measures and to actively monitor people entering Laos from countries that have had COVID-19 outbreak. Families and relatives of those entering Laos are required to cooperate and to promptly provide information concerning incomers.
ข้าพเจ้าจึงขอเรียกร้องให้พ่อแม่พี่น้องประชาชนและทุกภาคส่วนในสังคมสืบต่อร่วมแรงร่วมใจให้การร่วมมือและปฏิบัติบรรดามาตรการที่คณะเฉพาะกิจวางออก
The Premier called for people from all walks of life, including foreigners living in Laos, to remain vigilant and to strictly observe the COVID-19 prevention and control measures. Central and local COVID-19 task force were told to improve standards at quarantine centers while ensuring that virus prevention and control measures were fully and strictly observed.
กรณีบุคคลในการจัดตั้งละเมิดต่อมาตรการ
The Prime Minister warned that any individuals or organizations that violated virus prevention and control measures would face punishment. He urged members of the public to pay attention to news and information from official sources in order to avoid falling prey to misinformation.